Good morning, Great Britain. So today's the day, election day. The day I decided that I wasn't going to do a video. I was just going to let it happen and see what occurs. I can't let it go, can I? Can't let the election day go without doing a video. So firstly, I want to apologise to any of my video watchers, followers, subscribers, or anybody who saw my irate rant yesterday. I don't apologise for what I said, but I apologise for the way that I said it. I was so angry, I got so wound up by nobody seemingly listening or caring about what's going on. I was about to bust a gasket, to be perfectly honest. If it wasn't for just some kind words from an acquaintance, I probably wouldn't have calmed down, and probably my brains would have been spread all around the room by now with my head exploded. So sorry about that. I said at the beginning I shouldn't do something when I'm that angry, but I did, and that's it. So today, what does today offer? Everybody tells me vote Conservative if UKIP don't stand a chance in your area. Yes, I understand that. I certainly wouldn't even dream of voting for Labour. Wellington Stone, will you please not keep pressing all the buttons? Sorry about that. But as I said before, in my constituency, in my area, we haven't even got a UKIP MP, and the Conservative member, or candidate as she is now, is a bitch. So it becomes very difficult to vote for somebody you cannot stand. I understand the reasoning behind it, and it's probably good reasoning. But I'm still not so sure, even if the Conservatives get in, that it's going to make that much of a difference to what's going on now. Obviously, if Labour got in, it'd be a million times worse with that absolute cretin. Or for you American viewers, that cretin. It's just, it doesn't bear thinking about that some of the country is so disillusioned with what's going on that they would think of voting for Jeremy Corbyn. How disillusioned are we? And it's the people who are ignorant, the misinformed, especially the younger, under 25 age group, that are still being brainwashed in university from school and not really had life experience yet, that are drawn to the rubbish that he and his idiots come out with. They've had to drop the person who would have been their Home Secretary, basically, or whatever she was going to be, Diane Abbott, because she's such a clown. She was going to cost them any chance of winning the election. But he was quite happy to have her in all that time, until she started proving she couldn't add up, she couldn't find her way out of a paper bag, she had no idea about anything, and I just thought that she was the ideal advert for Labour. But they didn't seem to think along those same lines. I may have said before, I've never been overly political. I think I voted probably once, twice during my lifetime. Just once, I think. My reasoning behind that is I think they're always bad to each other. And if I vote for one of them, I have to take responsibility when they fuck everything up, because I voted for them. If everybody else votes them in, then I can still moan. So I really don't know what's going to happen. Do you know what's going to happen? Does anybody know what's going to happen? Perhaps Tim Fallon will get in. Oh, bloody pig flying over here nearly hit me. But the sad thing is he could get in on a hung parliament and join up with Jelly Legs Corbyn. I don't know. I'm not really worried about the results of the election. I'm more worried about the consequences of the election. And it doesn't matter who wins, somebody's going to be pissed off. I think in the end it will still end up being us patriots, the real Britons, the people who care about our country and not just ourselves, which is what the younger generation are doing. All they think about is, how's it going to affect me? Not how's it going to affect my family, my friends, my grandfather. No, how's it going to affect me? And that's how they will vote. And if Labour get in, I think the riots, civil don't go and press any. It's a trouble with a touchscreen computer. If a parrot decides he wants to touch it. Yeah, I think the civil unrest / civil war will start very, very quickly. If the Tories get in and Theresa May carries on the way she is, then it will be we the patriots that have to make a stand and say no, we are not having this anymore. But it's a very, very, very big but. If she does what she's saying she will do, tear up all these laws and bring in these new ones to deport and to be able to do this and what have you to the terrorists and the extremists. She still won't say Muslims, she still won't say Islam. The day she says that, I think we're getting somewhere. But if she does those things, it's a beginning, but she won't have much of a honeymoon on it, because if she leaves it at that and doesn't deal with the obvious ongoing problems that we still have, because they know of about 3,000 out of about 23,000, so that's another 20,000 they've got to find. Yeah, so if she doesn't follow up on that with more laws, or if she starts trying to come down on us the people, I think that there will be a mass rising up of the people. I think it may happen anyway, because we all know that the governments, they tell you this bullshit for 10 minutes, and once you've settled down back in your armchair and think, oh, I don't know, they're not quite so bad, then they get the knives out and stab you straight in the back of the neck. We need a people's, perhaps it shouldn't have been called a Prime Minister, a people's person in charge is the best way I can put it. People's leader. There's quite a few people in this country I've seen can do it. I think the only downside to that is some of them, their views are probably quite extreme. But I think they're extreme because they're battling against the extremism the other way. I think they could come in a lot more to the centre if we dealt with these idiot liberals and these, what I call them, I know I shouldn't label everybody, but these under 25s, which loads of them, let's put it that way, think they're anti-fascists, they think they're Antifa. And they're so misinformed, they don't realise that they are the fascists. They are trying to stop free speech. They're trying to do everything that fascists do. And that they will demonstrate against anything. It don't matter what it is. I don't care, you're a fascist. You're a Nazi, because you're demonstrating. Doesn't matter what it is. You could be protesting against abortion, and you're a Nazi. What's something to do with being a Nazi? That was only an example. I've never protested either way on that. So, but it'd be interesting because we've got two very big protest marches going on this weekend. Because obviously, I think the election results, they come through sort of early hours of Friday, don't they? Although we'll have a good idea probably by end of. I need to say the end of days. I think I've got that on the mind. At the end of the day tonight, that'll probably be on the exit polls rather than actual results. But these protest marches, you probably, people who've seen me a lot are probably sick of me going on about it. This is for you if you still aren't going, why not? And for people who haven't seen it and don't even realise they're going on. I don't know how you couldn't, because on the internet it's just flying everywhere. Sorry guys, got a headache this morning. Wellington, I said I've got a headache. Hello, hello. Earth to Wellington, I've got a headache. Saturday, 10th of June, from the Chelsey Public House. No, not the Chelsea Public House. That's the name of the poor girl that was gang raped. It is a Justice for Chelsea march from the Charlton Public House in Hendon Road, Sunderland. I'm going up Friday night. I'm going to stay in a Premier Inn. I'm really sort of posh, aren't I? And I'm also going to stay Saturday night because I'm going to go to the march the following day in Manchester. And that march is against the hate that is bred by Islam against anybody who doesn't follow their way of life. Because that is what causes the terrorism, it's what causes the killings, the rapes. They feel they are superior, and if you don't follow their way of life, then they just have hate coming out of their pores. I think this is your time to... Everybody said, I've got to do something, I can't bear it. Watch me yesterday on that video when I nearly turned into the blinging Incredible Hulk. Everybody's saying, we've got to do something. We've got to do something positive. We need to come together. We need to show them. Now's your time. Now's your chance. Saturday is for Chelsea. I think the family and friends are very clear on that. But it still needs plenty of people there. Don't get me wrong. That's why I'm going. Go to both. Chelsea needs justice because it is Islamic migrants that destroyed her life. But also get to Manchester. Obviously Manchester is that little bit closer to everybody really around the country. It's not much difference. I think it's only half an hour from Sunderland on the road. But that is starting from Manchester Piccadilly train station, and that is at 2 o'clock. I assume that's when they're going to move off for a silent march to remember those killed, and then to hold a rally, which is the important bit for us. A rally to say we're not going to have this anymore. It's not just one of those protest. It's going to be to bring people together, to try and get that unity that we need to fight back. And we need to fight back, guys, don't we? The government have let us down. And I think that this march, I don't like putting words in their mouths, but I hope this march, from what I've heard them say, or from their videos, Tommy Robinson, Rebel Media, Kaylin Robertson, I believe that they also see that we must come together to stand against a government that does nothing and lets its citizens down and sees its citizens murdered and does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. I said something on a post yesterday. The trouble is I spend all day posting. That's my problem. I'm so determined to get people involved and to get this country sorted out so we can all relax, so we can all go about our business, especially the women and the young girls and young boys, because they say they hate homosexuality, and most of them are bloody latent homosexuals because of that fact. so we can go about our lives feeling safe. And perhaps people can start saying hello to each other in the street again, instead of thinking, I wonder what they got, I wonder what they're doing. We need that back. That fantastic British spirit, which has done us so well over centuries. We don't want to start going backwards. We don't want to end up what these Islamic countries are like now. So please, get to the Manchester March. Do everything within your power. It's a late start, so if you're hungover from a Friday night, have a bloody few cups of coffee, get someone to drive you there and pick you up. That's obviously for the police in case you don't few too many. And get there and have your say, because voices will be heard tomorrow, I'm certain of that. And if there are enough people there, which has been the biggest issue so far, everybody wanting things to change but nobody be willing to go out and do it, the government will start to listen. This, I know, is a message they are trying to get through to the British people, that if enough of us come out on the streets and say we will not accept this anymore, then the government will have to change things tomorrow, because we are who they work for. But if they just have a couple of people sending them letters here and there, they just ignore it. So, well, that's not the majority of people. So numbers are vitally important. You've got nothing to be scared about. You're going to be amongst... where I'm older, I don't like using hood because I feel like I shouldn't be using it at my age. But we are brothers. We are brothers. And we stand shoulder to shoulder. And we'll have each other's backs. So don't think you'll be on your own. If you've got the same views or 99% similar views to everyone else, then we're all pulling in the same direction, and it will be better than going to a football match with the solidarity that we will have. You get England fans go abroad and the solidarity that they have together. And we need to have that for this country. Surely this country is more important than a game of football. It must be. Bloody England-Scotland playing Saturday, and I'm off up in Sunderland and I'm helping to protest for some poor woman that suffered the most outrageous indignity that anybody could. So it means that much to me, because I know how much she must be hurting, and her family. But at least that football game's on Saturday, so you've got no excuse for Sunday, have you? I'm asking you, please go. I ranted. I threatened. It was a way of trying to inspire, but it probably come more across as an angry nutcase. Well, I'm not. I was for an hour and a half yesterday. And I think it was the pressure of trying to get people involved. Which is why, as most of you know, I do BritishWarriorWithin.com. And again, I would say that is now picking up, and it's to bring communities together to help each other when civil unrest inevitably starts. We need far more, loads more, thousands more. So please come and join. All that's asked for is a £10 non-compulsory fee. You don't have to pay it to join. You are asked to pay it out of conscience to help the group. But if you haven't got the money, or you don't want to pay it, you don't have to. You can find out what the group's about and then just do a donation. So please join. I've got lots of people on the British Warrior Within Facebook group as well. Welcome to a lot of those people who may not have even seen me before. I've left another group. I only sort of tagged on to them because I thought they were heading in the right direction. And I've left them now because I believe I was wrong. I don't think they are. I won't name them. It would be wrong of me to do so. But my concentrated efforts will now be solely on British Warrior Within. So come along, don't forget BritishWarriorWithin.com, and Facebook is British Warrior Within the Battle versus Islam. Please friend me, because I am still pretty certain that I've got to invite you. So you'll need to be a friend first. Please, if you're one of these Muslims pretending to be a dolly bird or whatever, we don't fall for any of it. It just doesn't work. Or putting a British flag up and having no profile. No, it don't work. If you're one of those guys who you put a British flag up and you've got no profile because you don't use Facebook much, I'm sorry, I still won't friend you because you look like you're probably false. No offence intended, but you have to try and sift through people. Anything else to add? I don't think there is. Just please get to Sunderland on Saturday. Anybody in that area, big area up there, isn't there? Newcastle, Durham, Hartlepool. That's it, I've run out now. I don't even know what's south. Durham may be south, I don't know. But there's a big area, and even on the west coast, you're not a million miles away, are you? And Manchester, we all know Manchester is quite an easy place to get to for anybody up north, anybody from Birmingham. Me, I'm an Eastbourne, but luckily I'm going to be up in Sunderland, so I'll just take a slight detour on the way home and attend that march. Anybody who wants to come and say hi to me, please do. I want to see people and speak to people and see what their thoughts are. I will get you on video if I remember to video. The amount of times I go up and I totally forget the video. That's another thing, I must delete all the crap off my phone. Come and say hi. My intention is to wear my British Warrior Within.com shirts. One is a navy, is it navy? No, it's a brighter blue than that, but a darker blue, and one is more this colour, a powder blue. But you can't miss it because it's got a St George's flag. Sorry, I know I've told people before, I know it should have been a Union Jack, but it had a quote on it that I liked. So you won't be able to miss it. If it's pissing down, you might have to look a bit closer, because obviously you'll be wearing a coat. Wellington, thanks for catching yourself with your beak. Thank you. We'll sort of heal that hole later, shall we? Yeah, get to them, please. If you go for an hour, and listen, and they come up with good ideas and you want to be part of it, and they will give you places to go to on your computer, on the internet, because this is the way we're all talking now. What you see on the BBC and ITV, although improved slightly over the last week or so, most of it is bollocks. They've fed you bollocks for ages, and now they're realising they can't feed you bollocks anymore. So what they're doing is they're feeding you a bit of bollocks and a bit of truth, and hoping that the bit of truth will make you believe the bollocks. So it's all gone quiet in here. Is it you or is it me? Isn't it your turn to talk? Is it your turn to talk? It's my turn to talk. Oh, I thought I'd done my bit. See, I'm not mad, am I? No, not at all, no. He doesn't think so. He's great, he is. He pays half the bills for my dual personality. Yeah, good enough. So, who's going to win the election? Put it in the comments, and I bet half of you are wrong. No, I bet 3/4 of you are wrong. Who do you want to win the election? Put it in the comments, and why. Please like this video, please subscribe, and to help BritishWarriorWithin.com, even if you don't join, please go along to the page, have a look at it. At the top of the page there's a PayPal donate button which takes cards as well. If you set up to pay £1 a month to us to help us keep running, to try and protect our communities, if you did £1 a month and 1,000 people did that, then we could start helping. I can't go into how we would help, because I don't know how well it would go. How well it would go down with authorities. Grand Bell! Yeah, I am actually mad, aren't I? Yeah. £1 a month, £2 a month, a £10 one-off, a £1,000 one. Yeah, okay. Pushing my luck. But just, it's at the top of the page, even on your phone. The site takes a bit of time to load up because they are trying to stop people from getting in there. They messed with me, and goodness knows how many ways. I'm no Tommy Robinson, and I don't want to be Tommy Robinson, because I wouldn't want to have the kind of life that poor sod's led, and what they've done to him. But I'm trying to help in the same way as he is. If you miss his video, you might see one of mine, and we get roughly the same message across. So enjoy the telly today, because there won't be anything on whatsoever. It'll all be about the election, and by the time you go to bed you still won't know who's won. Oh no, soaps will still be on. We mustn't stop the soaps. Right, I'm rambling. Always do this. Sorry. Speak to you later. See you at Sunderland. See you at Manchester. Come and say hi. My name's Phil. See you there.